Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Psychic Medium Raymond Guzman, and I hope that you're having a fabulous holiday season. I'm going to be working on your horoscopes for the week of December the 30th through January 5th. Happy New Year. Happy early New Year. I hope that you like the background. I changed it up as we're getting into a new month. It is the month of December still when I'm doing these videos, but I wanted to bring roses because red is a color of, you know, just good energy, and I wore my sparkly shirt just for y'all. So here we go. So when I get into the horoscopes for this week, coming week, I'm going to start with the sign of Aries. Aries, there is a lot of focus right now on your money, your finances. There could be some new projects or things that you're trying to get off the ground, new ideas. But it's a very prosperous time for you. A lot of focus and energy on that. Also, I feel like a lot of you are maybe taking stock after Christmas with your money, any money that was given or gifts, and kind of thinking of what to do next. You know, this week in particular, I feel like some of you could be spending some money to celebrate the New Year's. You know, just be careful that you don't break your budget or go out, you know, a lot, you know, like go out in a big way, because again, it's all about, you know, just, you know, enjoying the people around you and the moment. Alright, Taurus. For Taurus, a lot of focus on love and relationships. A lot of you will be with your your boo, and will be kind of expressing emotions, affection. A lot of focus on relationships, trying to fix things or fix communication where things are broken. And if you're single, you know, this is a very important week, because around New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, a lot of you could be actually meeting someone. You know, if you're single, a lot of people meet other people during New Year's. It's not uncommon. But a lot of you will be ringing in the New Year's and really entering 2020 with a positive note, with knowing that there's a lot of success around the corner for you, that a lot of the roadblocks and obstacles that are lifting this week in particular. So I feel like the energy is very good. It's kind of light. It's not as thick or heavy as it has been for some other weeks maybe for you this week in particular. When we get into the sign of Gemini. Hello Geminis, I'm a Gemini, you're a Gemini if you're listening to this, obviously. There's a lot of good energy with Geminis this week. I feel like things are changing, so as we enter and celebrate and bring in the new year, we know that a lot of good things are coming for 2020. It will be a much better year, but it ultimately, you know, than 2019 and other previous years. I feel like a lot of y'all, for a lot of us, a lot of, you know, the crap, the emotional crap, a lot of the old ties that we've had, or spiritual cords to people who didn't serve our greater good, are now ending. So there's still some things that you want to see manifested as we go into 2020, and so a lot of you will be feeling kind of impatient. And again, we're not the most patient of the signs, so it's here to say for you just to know that, I mean, hey, we're just entering January, you know, this week, so this coming week, so just take it easy. Don't overstress yourself, because you still have the entire year to manifest what you need and to get that going, okay? So that's this for my sign of Gemini. My Cancerians, my Moonchilds, I have my rising and my rising and moon in Cancer. Hello. So with you, a lot of you Cancerians out there, a lot of you Moonchilds are going to find this week being one where you could be a little more confused as you're entering the new year compared to other signs. A lot of you are being pulled in two different directions. A lot of you are focusing maybe on two different decisions. This could be anything in your life. Again, these horoscopes are very general, but they're very intuitive, and so it may not apply to every single Cancerian or Moonchild out there, but for a lot of you, there's a lot of focus on in between two things. This could be two people, two jobs, two decisions, you know, two opportunities that you have to take, but you have to take one, but you're not sure. And you're going to be guided this week through your emotions, through spirit. A lot of you are going to find that guidance that you're seeking and that you're needing to make the best decisions ultimately for yourself. Okay, so when we get into the sign of Leo, this week for my Leos out there, a lot of you could be feeling like maybe you partied enough during Christmas, during that time, and you're feeling very drained on some level. Some of you will just want to ring in the new year at home with family, with your boyfriend, girlfriend, your husband, your wife, you know, your fiance, you know, whatever. I feel like it's more about like family time and really just enjoying the moment. You won't be like, a lot of you will not be motivated to go really out and party and stuff like that. A lot of you are just needing recuperation and rest. Some of you could be under the weather, going through a cold, going through some flu, going through something of a health challenge, okay? Or this could be just emotions, you feeling like super emotional, and you need to kind of like just take it down a notch and just really use this week to recuperate, because it is going to be a very long week for some of you, and some of you it's going to be a very short week, depending on your jobs and, you know, whether you work in a regular job and you're given off for one of the days. All right, so that's for my signs of Leo. So I did Cancer, Leo, and now we're going to do a Virgo. So with Virgo this week, with Virgos, I feel like it's going to be a lot of communication. This is not going to be a week where you're going to be able to answer all of your emails or go to and complete all of your appointments or visit all the people that, you know, friends that want to see you, especially if you're off from work. This is going to be more of a time for yourself, and I feel like a lot of you, kind of just like with the previous horoscope with Leo, a lot of you are going to want to spend more time to yourself and getting things done that you may need. Like a lot of you may go and get your hair cut on New Year's Eve, you know, before New Year's hits. Some of you may decide to go and get a pedicure. There's just a lot of self-love, a lot of focus on self-love and self-pampering if you are the sign of a Virgo out there, okay? For my Libras out there, Libras, a lot of romances in the air, a lot of focus on relationships. This doesn't have to be romantic. It can be a family type of situation, you know, and you paying attention to those areas of your life. But I see some happiness, I see some good times, a lot of celebrations. I think Libras are going to kind of go out pretty big this year. Again, this may not apply to every single Libra out there, obviously, but there will be a lot of you out there that are going out with a bang. Fireworks, you know, Moscato, you know, caviar, or something kind of eccentric. I feel like a lot of you also that are very spiritual, or witches, or that do, you know, any kind of magic, may be ushering a New Year ritual. And if you haven't checked out the video that I did yesterday about a 2020 ritual bath that you can do, check it out if you're a fellow witch, you know, out there that is into magic and hoodoo and that kind of stuff. You may find that video very beneficial to you. A lot of you Virgos, I'm sorry, a lot of you Libras out there are also very focused on your money right now, on your work. So a lot of you may have to work later in the week, and you may not want to, especially after New Year's. You may not be feeling motivated, and you're kind of like down and just like feeling like overwhelmed. So just kind of step back if you do get into that mentality, and know that it will pass, okay? So for my Scorpios out there, Scorpios, this is a time where a lot of you are moving away from people, places, things, and situations that no longer benefit you as we go into the new year, specifically on New Year's week, okay? This week is going to be one where there's a lot of changes. Some of you could be moving this week. Some of you could be starting a new job, which is highly unlikely in some cases, but in some cases, hey, you never know. Some jobs need people and they will hire you ASAP or on the spot. A lot of you could be traveling out of town as well. If you are, pay attention to road rage. Not necessarily yours, but other people, because there's a lot of danger, especially around the week, you know, the weekend, you know, on the whole week in general. It's so odd that this week, you know, I mean, this year, New Year's falls on a Tuesday. I mean, New Year's Eve falls on a Tuesday and Wednesday's New Year's. So, you know, it's just very weird. But anyways, you have that. And then you also have a lot of communication with a masculine energy. So a lot of you that are Scorpios out there that are maybe single, or in a relationship. There's a lot of focus on a masculine energy, and this has to do with your love life and intimacy and those kind of issues. They could become a topic of discussion, something that is coming to the surface, maybe something that you're not happy about, something that you want to change, but obviously there is a lot of focus on that this week. Sagittarius, this week, Sagittarius, it's all about your love life as well. A lot of you are entering into new relationships or kind of solidifying unions that you already had going. If you're a Sagittarian, this is a week of emotional fulfillment, spending time with your loved ones, your family, your friends, the people that make your heart warm and that make you feel very content and happy. There's going to be a lot of laughs, exchanges. You do need to be careful because there is a lot of crazy energy this week, and so there may be a friend that's kind of, you know, acts out of the normal or is very violent when they get drunk, etc. So be careful with that. Don't take anything personally, but also kind of be on the lookout for that person. And if you know anyone that is trying to drive, you know, after they've drunk a little bit more than what they were supposed to, take their keys away, call them a cab, call them an Uber, to get where they need to go, okay? Because ultimately, I feel like a lot of responsibility, you will be the mature one this week, Sagittarius, okay? So these are the horoscopes this week for some of the signs. I'm going to continue with a new video. It's going to be broken into 2 parts, and then I'll do the remaining signs, which is Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces, alright? So I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back, and we're going to finish up these horoscopes for this week, and I'm going to start with Capricorn. So this week, Capricorn, it is all about your nurturing yourself and feeling a little bit more fulfilled. This is a little bit more relaxed if you're a Capricorn. This week is not going to be so intense like, you know, other weeks. I feel because it's the holidays, there's a lot of planning done, maybe spending time taking your mom out, your dad out, or having a barbecue, or going out to eat, you know, for New Year's. Basically spending family time and a lot of bonding time with a partner. There is going to be, for some of you that are entrepreneurs or self-employed or work, you know, in some capacity that way, this is going to be a week where there is going to be a lot of communication. You're going to be responding to emails. You're going to be looking at emails and kind of be like, oh my god, do I really have to respond to this on New Year's? So that's kind of like the energy that could be going on. Some of you could be getting into an argument or a misunderstanding if you're a Capricorn this week with some friends who are just acting like, you know, a little extra this week. So just be on the lookout for that. If you're Aquarians, hello my Aquarians. This week is a lot of changes going on. Like, as the new year in, you know, I don't like the cliche new year, new me, but in many ways, a lot of you Aquarians are going through that, okay? And so there's a lot of good changes, a lot of positivity that you're ushering in. Maybe now you feel like you're a little bit more aligned with your soul tribe and with people that are really in your life, that need to be in your life. And, you know, like, bravo, you know, that is really good. I do feel like there could be some, you know, some communication issues as well, though, for some of you this week. For things may not turn out exactly the way that you planned it. Like maybe like you and a partner go out for a weekend getaway somewhere, you know, or travel. There's travel plans, and something you know, out of your control happens where like something, you know, maybe the hotel that you're going to stay in is booked, and they thought that, you know, when you did the reservations they were not booked, or something's not working in your room and you have to change to a new hotel. There's something about, you know, your plans this week kind of being altered at the last minute and being outside of your control. But overall, it's not a bad week. I mean, it's a very good week. There's celebrations, there's good news, and, you know, a lot of cheer and a lot of, you know, positive energy and mindset, positive mindsets this week, you know, for a lot of you Aquarians. Now, Pisces, some of you could be feeling kind of like, you know, tired, energetically drained physically. It could be a long week, especially if you're not careful and you start partying and drinking and so, ushering in the new year, you know, staying up late. It's going to be very hard on January 1st to get yourself going. So set some boundaries, some limitations for yourself. I also feel like, you know, some of you that are Pisces may be a little bit more on the, you know, the side where you kind of, you know, your intuition rules your decision making, and a lot of you don't normally want to go out or be around certain people, maybe because you like the privacy or you just want to kind of enjoy life more on the down low. But this week Spirit is telling you to kind of take some risks. So if your partner wants to go somewhere or do something, or a family member wants you to go somewhere and do something, just do it. I think it's going to be overall a good energy for you to go ahead and go through with that this week. Alright, so these were the horoscope, guys, for all of the zodiac signs. I hope that you really enjoyed them. I want to wish you many blessings. If you have not joined my Patreon, I am teaching psychic and mediumship courses. We're like on class 9, video 9 of my psychic and mediumship courses. It's $1.99 per month to just be a member of Patreon. So it's patreon.com/psychic medium Ray, and the link is listed in the description box below, and I hope that you do join. And if you haven't checked out my 2020 ritual video, check that out as well. And again, if you purchase any psychic readings for yourself, like for the new year, you know, this is the ideal time to do so. Know that there is about a 5 to 8 week turnaround time at this time, because there is such a high influx of reading requests that I have from the Black Friday sale back at the end of November, the beginning of December. So still working on those, etc. So I want to thank everyone again for tuning in. Blessings and love and light, and have an amazing week, and Happy New Year's to each and every one of you. Until next time, bye.